10 years later, the D'Artagnan series, Part 4, by Alexander Dumas, read by Brian Godwin. Chapter 1, in which D'Artagnan finishes by at length placing his hand upon his captain's commission. The reader guesses beforehand whom the usher preceded in announcing the courier from Bretagne. This messenger was easily recognized. It was D'Artagnan, his clothes dusty, his face inflamed, his hair dripping with sweat, his legs stiff. He lifted his feet painfully at every step, on which resounded the clink of his blood-stained spurs. He perceived in the doorway he was passing through the superintendent coming out. Fouquet bowed with a smile to him who an hour before was bringing him ruin and death. D'Artagnan found in his goodness of heart and in his inexhaustible vigor of body enough presence of mind to remember the kind reception of this man. He bowed then, also, much more from benevolence and compassion than from respect. He felt upon his lips the words which had so many times repeated to the Duc de Guise, "Fly." But to pronounce that word would have been to betray his cause. To speak that word in the cabinet of the king and before an usher would have been to ruin himself gratuitously, and could save nobody. D'Artagnan then contented himself with bowing to Fouquet and entered. At this moment the king floated between the joy the last words of Fouquet had given him and his pleasure at the return of D'Artagnan. Without being a courtier, D'Artagnan had a glance as sure and as rapid as if he had been one. He read on his entrance devouring humiliation on the countenance of Colbert. He even heard the king say these words to him: "Ah, Monsieur Colbert, you have then 900,000 livres at the attendance." Colbert suffocated and bowed, but made no reply. All of this scene entered into the mind of D'Artagnan by the eyes and ears at once. The first word of Louis to his musketeer, as if he wished it to contrast with what he was saying at that moment, was a kind "good day." His second was to send away Colbert. The latter left the king's cabinet, pallid and tottering, whilst D'Artagnan twisted up the ends of his moustache. "I love to see one of my servants in this disorder," said the king, admiring the martial stains upon the clothes of his envoy. "I thought, sire, my presence at the Louvre was sufficiently urgent to excuse my presenting myself thus before you." "You bring me great news then, monsieur." "Sire, the thing is, in 2 words, Belle Isle is fortified, admirably fortified. Belle Isle has a double enceinte, a citadel, 2 detached forts. Its ports contain 3 corsairs, and the side batteries only await their cannon." "I know all that, monsieur," replied the king. "What? Your majesty knows all that?" replied the musketeer, stupefied. "I have the plan of the fortifications of Belle Isle," said the king. "Your majesty has the plan?" "And here it is." "It is really correct, sire. I saw a similar one on the spot." D'Artagnan's brow became clouded. "Ah, I understand all. Your majesty did not trust me alone, but sent some other person," said he in a reproachful tone. "Of what importance is the matter?"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?